Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to answer one of those long standing questions. You guys have been asking me about this for years, and I only just now thought, why don't I just make a video about this? But what happens when you put a Bari sax reed on a tenor reed on an alto, or an alto reed on a soprano? Just so happens I have a tenor, alto, and a soprano, and I have the equivalent wrong reeds to match. So for today, we're going to look at a 3.5 fiber cell Bari sax reed. I got a 2.5 Rigati gold reed, and for alto, I'm going to use a 2.5 Van Doorn red box on the soprano. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so first up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to use this Autolink Supertone Master number 7. I'm even going to use the Autolink ligature for the tenor. Okay, there is some stuffiness in the lower register, and it sounds very weird. It feels very weird. And I feel like I'm immediately having to majorly compensate for the way the instrument plays. Okay, I hate this with a passion that you cannot possibly understand. It just seems like the timbre of the notes are just popping out in an extraordinarily bizarre way. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to mean this for all of these instruments. If you run out of tenor reeds and all you have is a Bari sax reed and you just got to get through the gig, I mean, it works, it's doable, it'll get you through the gig just long enough for you to never ever do this ever again. Okay, let me play a little bit more. It's all over the place. It works though, but trust me, like, the intonation is, okay. That leaves a really nasty taste in my mouth. I don't like that at all. I don't say this very often on my channel about anything, but I really hate the way that is. Ugh. Okay, let's see what kind of disaster we get on alto. Okay, so now let's do the alto with the tenor reeds. I have my Alora Chicago alto saxophone. This is the 580 with the dark lacquer. I'm using a Van Doorn S Plus 6 V16 and the Rigati 2.5 tenor reed. I'm also using this compass ligature that's here, so let's see what this is like. Okay, again with the intonation, the B flats are okay. I got my tuner that's off to the side here. The low D is an absolute disaster. It's like super flat. Another thing I'm noticing is that I noticed this on alto more than tenor, and only on like less expensive altos. I've never noticed it on this saxophone until I have this reed on here right now. But I can feel all the vibrations from pressing the keys transferring through the entire saxophone and into the mouthpiece. It is really uncomfortable to play this. I'm constantly thinking about my intonation. However, it doesn't sound that bad, or maybe I should say it doesn't sound as bad as trying to play the Bari reed on tenor. Now, If I was going to be super objective about this, I would use a cane, Rigati, 2, maybe 3 Bari sax reed on the tenor, but in reality, it's not really going to make that big of a difference. So let me play a little bit more on alto with the tenor reed. Okay, I notice there's a lot less resistance and there is a bigger sound, but I would be terrified to actually play something like this on a gig unless I ran out of alto sax reeds and then boom, I had to use a tenor reed. This is why I would definitely always have some type of really good synthetic reed on backup. I don't generally prefer synthetic reeds. However, they do make for great kind of filler reeds and excellent backup reeds if you find yourself in a jam. So, all right, let's move on to soprano. This is my Alora professional straight soprano saxophone. It has the matte vintage style finish. I am using this BG ligature. With this alto reed, it doesn't quite fit, so take that into consideration. I am using the Van Dorn 2.5 red box Java reed alto on this, and I'm using my Yamaha 4C soprano sax mouthpiece. Okay, let's hear what this thing sounds like. Okay, again with the intonation. This combination is absolutely, most definitely the best of doing something that's kind of ridiculous. It actually sounds quite nice until I get to the upper register. Let me try and play all the way up and see what we got. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually not that bad. My advice to you is if you're looking to do something like this, just try and find a different brand of reeds. Find reeds that have a different cut that are actually designed to fit the instrument properly. But if I'm going to be objective about this alto sax reed on this soprano is actually working out kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Now, I know if I get on a gig or if I start doing some recordings, I know I'm going to have some intonation issues. So I like Van Dorn red box, green box reeds on soprano. I'm using a low tip opening mouthpiece on soprano that gives me a lot of control. I also like to use Lavaz reeds. I'm probably going to wind up looking into some Rigati reeds. They're coming in really nice, whether they be the Boston Sax Shop, which are Rigati reeds, or the regular Rigati Gold, just making sure I get the right strength. One of the things that's really coming across very strongly is just getting the right strength of reed so that you have control to be able to use intonation properly. So I'm actually kind of amazed that this works out as well as it does. And again, like I said, for the other saxophones, I personally would never do this. But if I ran out of soprano sax reeds and I didn't have a synthetic reed backup, that alto reed, it'll get you through. It's all right. I mean, it takes a little dialing in the top, but hey, man. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I do have some merchandise that is available for you. I'll put a link down in the description. And obviously I have my soprano. Obviously I have my alto and my tenor Altissimo books that are available. So thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this kind of stuff, you can buy me a piece of cake to support the channel. I'm also going to be, very soon, I'm going to be using my Amazon affiliate link. I just got one, but obviously I don't have anything here in this video to sell. So be ready for that, because you guys have been asking me to post links about this stuff, and there's no point in me doing commercials for these people for free. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this kind of stuff, I will be glad to do more of it. Thanks for tuning in. That's all I got. See ya!